Yeah, so the 125 was sitting in the barn for how many years?
My buddy had that for, well, when he was a kid even. So he had it in his shed, and then I bought it a year or two ago.
Okay.
And I mean, I believe him that he drove it, and I just never really got to it.
Okay.
To get this one up and running.
Okay.
But
what year was that one?
That one's a 75.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, check this bike out. This is a 1974 Honda CB125. And this is one bike I have not owned before. So this one should be pretty fun. I got this on trade for the hovercraft, along with the mini dozer. You guys saw the video of that last video. But this bike was included in that trade. And the seller said that he never got it to run, but his friend who sold it to him had it running, I think he said, was it 4 years ago? 5 years ago? Somewhere in that time frame. So he said he never messed with it. He just bought it from his friend, and that's all he knew. So who knows when the last time it ran was. It looks to be pretty complete. It's missing the two side covers, one right here and one right there. It looks like it's missing the bottom of the petcock, so the petcock bowl is missing. It does have the key for the ignition, and it does have a battery in there. Looks like some of the wiring is messed up, because that fuse leads to nowhere. Has the original seat, which is duct taped. Does have a tail light on there, and I do have the front blinkers for it as well. Front brake does work. Rear brake does work as well. Looks like it's got the horn on there still. The original Keihin carb is on there, along with the air box. So it is pretty complete. Has both fenders on there, headlights on there, and the gauges look to be original. 10,345 miles. That's a lot for a 125. Yeah, definitely a cool looking bike. So these were actually produced from 1971 to 1985, and this is the first year that they had the disc brakes on here, and they actually changed them back to drum brakes in 1979, which is kind of funny. So they went back to drum brakes after they put the disc brakes on, so they must not have liked them very much. But it does have the drum brake in the rear, but like I said before, both brakes do work, which is nice. This thing was sitting here all night, has not leaked at all from the engine, so hopefully there's oil in it. I have not checked out the gas tank yet, so we'll take a peek at that. Hopefully that's not super rusty. I think the seat comes off of here. Yep. See what's underneath there. Air box. It looks like the wires are cut right there for the tail light. But yeah, today's goal is to get this thing up, running, and driving. So we'll see what we can do. Should be a pretty fun one. Well, let's see what this gas tank looks like. I can't imagine it's very good, but we will see here. Does it open up? Oh yeah. Ooh, yeah, she's rusty. Look at that. Oh boy. On the inside here, see how bad it is. Ooh, it's really bad. I've never seen that much rust in a gas tank before. What the heck is going on in there? They're like big chunks of rust. What is in there? You guys see that? What is that stuff? Yeah, that's not looking good. So hopefully we can save the tank. But let's look over the rest of the bike, see what we find. All right, we've got the battery here. There's actually still the rubber strap on here, which is crazy. I think that's the original rubber strap. And I'm guessing this battery is shot. Put it on the charger and see if it'll charge at all. Alright, charger is just blinking. So battery is dead. And if it's not charging, most likely the battery's junk. So we'll have to get a new battery for it. It looks like this is a little 6-volt. Alright, let's see what's going on underneath the seat here. So it looks like the air box is right here. What do you guys think? Oh boy. Alright, the cage is in there, but no air filter. And you can see remnants of the air filter right there. Looks like a mousy mouse got in there and chewed most of it up. Inside the carb, doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that's the choke right there. So the slide's working. Alright, airbox is cleaned out. Let's take a look at the oil. Got the dipstick right here. See if there's anything in there. Yeah, that looks pretty black. Wow. Right off. It's about halfway full there. Smells like gas. So it looks like gas was leaking into the engine at one point. It's really thin. Yeah. So oil definitely needs to be changed out. Get this plug out of here. See what that looks like. Plug's tight in there. So that's a good sign. Yeah, it's pretty black. So it was running rich. Plug's actually pretty wet. Hopefully that's not water on it. But as you can see, pretty black. I don't think this is gonna have spark without the battery. Just wanna see quick. Okay, ignition is on. Let's see what happens. Nothing. So I believe this one has points. Yeah, so it definitely needs a battery to run. So let's try hooking up a battery and we'll see if we get spark. Let's just put a little something down the cylinder to lube that up. Oil down the cylinder. Kick that over a couple times. Make sure it's smooth. Alright, that seems pretty good. I'm not hearing any knocking or sounds from the engine kicking it over, so hopefully that rod bearing's fine. Hopefully the top end is fine. I have no idea if this thing's gonna run or not, so let's go over to the battery, and hopefully I have a 6-volt we can use. So, looks like we've got one line right here coming into positive and one right here, I'm guessing. So, let's try to get a battery hooked up. This is a 6-volt 4 amp. The one on it was a 6-volt 6 amp. We're going to hook this one up to here. Alright. Go. We'll just hook that up to here for now. Alright, we've got the battery connected. Turn the key on here. Nothing's lighting up. Let's see. Nothing's working here. Oh, horn works. Lights are not working. Yeah, horn works good. Oh, there's the light. Headlight's working. Cool. Alright. Let's see high and low. I think just high is working right now. Well, at least it lights up. Tail light work? Oh yeah, tail light does not work, it doesn't look like. Let's see if we're getting any spark. That would be amazing if we were. If not, we're checking the points for sure. See if we get anything here. It doesn't look like it. Nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, let's see if all of the wires are connected here. So that is the main wire going in. White and black. Got the condenser right there. All these are connected. Red is connected. Everything looks good there. Guessing that's for the neutral wire right there. Yeah, everything's connected. Yeah, let's first check the points, make sure those are good, and we'll come back to the wiring if we have to and disconnect everything and reconnect it. I'm guessing there's a bunch of corrosion in there too. Well, let's see how bad the points are. Yeah, they look pretty crusty. Yeah, those are pretty caked. Let's see. So we'll clean those up a bit. Take a A little WD-40 spray on there. Now I'm just going to clean off the surface here. And I actually got a points file. So we've got that, but I want to get all this gunk off of here first. You can see it all coming off. Jeez. There's a lot on there. Yeah, this thing's been sitting for a long time. Got a lot of gunk on there. These can develop like little lips on the outside so that the contact of the points only hits on the outside of these. So with the file you can sand down those edges and then you can get it to make a complete connection in the middle of the points. So those are looking pretty clean. Okay, we're just gonna clean those off a little bit. I like to spray a little brake cleaner on there. Make sure all that gunk is out of there. All right. Let's see if we have any spark now. Turn the key on. See if we have anything. Oh yeah. Woohoo! Look at that. Look at that. Sweet. Great spark. So it was just the points, which were cake, so that makes sense. Alright, so we've got spark, but do we have compression? For this bike, I believe it probably only needs over 100 pounds of compression to run. I'm guessing those rings are a little stuck in there, but we're gonna do a compression test and just see what we get. All right, get our compression tester in. See what we get. And we might have to adjust the valves too. We don't know yet, so we will find out here soon enough. All right, we're gonna kick this thing over, throttle open. Again, we're hoping for over 100 pounds of compression. Let's see what we get. Feels like good compression. Where are we at? Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. Kind of moved. 170 pounds of compression. That is crazy. Alright, we got really lucky there. I thought for sure it would be low. That is really good compression for 125. Alright, before we go any further, I'm going to check the valves, make sure those are within spec. So 2 caps right here and right here have to come off. Alright, those were really loose. That cap is off. One more to go. Yeah, those just broke free instantly. All right, now we're coming down here to get to the flywheel. So take this plate off. Behind here, there should be a flywheel that you can rotate. Yep, there it is right there. And what we want to do is find the T on the flywheel and line it up with the notch right there. So this is going to be a 14 millimeter. Turn it counterclockwise, and we're going to turn it until we see a T here. You can see there's some resistance. There's the T right there. So there's a T mark. Hope you guys can see it. See that? There's a T with a line, and then there's an F with a line right next to it. You want the T with the line lined up with the notch right there. So we are perfect right there. We want to come up and feel the rockers and see if they move. If you can't hear any movement, we're 180 out. So now we want to turn this another 180 and align it again with the T. We want those rockers loose. So we should go another 360 turn and get that to the T. And you can see the flywheel's pretty loose right there. There's not much resistance. And we're lined up with the T again here, with the notch. And now, up here, you should feel that there's a gap. Hear that? Yep. So that means we are at top dead center on the compression stroke. That means the valves are completely closed right now. So what we're going to do is take the feeler gauge. Both intake and exhaust are going to be set to 0.02 of an inch. So very small clearance there. An inch. That one's a little tight. Let's see about the exhaust. I think they're a little tight. We're gonna loosen those up. There. Stick our feeler gauge in again. Loosen that up just a little bit. Right there. Tighten that down. Perfect. All right, that one's set. Nut up. The horn's kind of in the way. Just kind of bend that back. There we go. Feeler gauge in there. Go right there. Yeah, they weren't too tight, but it's a lot better. Make sure those are nice and tight. Let's stick our feeler gauge in there one more time, just to make sure. Yep, and it just barely fits in there. Perfect. So valves are adjusted perfectly now. All right, well, we have compression, we have spark. Now let's see if we can get fuel. So this carburetor has to come off. Nut right here and nut right there. So come off now. There we go. Ow. Kind of a cool choke mechanism there. So that's on, off. All right, let's take a peek inside the carb. All right, let's take a peek here. Uh-oh. Let's see how bad it is. So that's still stuck. Ooh. That is pretty gross. Yeah, it's pretty gunked. And keep in mind, this is not a two-stroke bike. So that's all just old gas in there. That's nasty stuff. So yeah, we need the ultrasonic cleaner for this one. There's so much goop in there. Gross. That's just caked on. Yeah, that's really bad. So we'll have to let that sit. Put a little brake cleaner in there for now and see if it takes care of anything. Look at that. Surprised the float even moves. Let's get that out if we can. It's probably stuck in there. Yeah, that float is pretty stuck. Look at the main jet, completely clogged. Oh yeah, that's really clogged. It's nasty. Alright, pilot jet. That is extremely clogged as well. I can't even tell what size that is, it's so gunked up. Yeah. Alright, and then we've got our fuel screw. Let's see. Right here. So many turns out. One turnout on the fuel screw. There's a spring in there too. Alright, there's the spring. Yeah, that does not look too good. Get our gas line off of here. I bet you that's full as well. So we're going to try to pound the little float pin out of here without breaking it. Really don't want to break it. might just have to leave that in there. Let it soak in the ultrasonic cleaner and see if we can get it out after that. Because that is pretty stuck on there. Alright, let's get these parts in the ultrasonic cleaner here. Just gonna dump that in. We're set to 80 degrees for 30 minutes. On. Alright, we got the carburetor out of the ultrasonic cleaner. That cleaned up really good. You can see the main jet now. We can see all the gunk is off. So we're running a 86 main here. And the pilot is a 38. You can see it right there. So that's all clear. Good to go. Main jet is all clear. Good to go. And then we've got our carburetor body here. Float looking good. We still can't get that brass pin out of there. But the needle's moving up and down, so we should be good there. This is all cleaned off. Looking really good. So that took about an hour for that to clean. So we can put everything back together and we'll see if this thing runs. Alright, looking at the gas tank, the petcock came with the bowl off of it, and I tried to rob one off of a different bike, but it was the wrong diameter. So we're gonna have to order one up. So we can't use the petcock or the tank, unfortunately, until we can get a new bowl for it. So yeah, we'll clean this up. We'll let this sit for probably a week with vinegar in the tank, and then shake it up with some bolts, and then clean this out really nicely. But for right now, we're gonna have to use a temporary gas tank. All right, we just got an old oil bottle. Attach the gas line to that, go into the carb, put a little gas in it with a filter, and that's gonna work out for right now until we can get that petcock bowl. So without further ado, let's see if this thing fires up. We have spark, we have compression, and we're getting fuel. The carb's not leaking either, so let's see what happens here. Let's see, choke on is up, so we'll do that. Give it a couple kicks, see what happens here. All right, key on, choke on, gas is on. Let's see if it fires up. zero leaking from the carb. It's running really good. We probably need a breather in the gas tank here. The off button works. Yep, that works. Cool. It runs. Yeah, I cannot believe it runs that good. It's not smoking a whole lot, so I think the engine's gonna be pretty good. Sounds really good. No knocking, no ticking. Alright, so the clutch cable, the little tab was broken off where it attaches to the clutch lever. So what we did was get one of these attachments like this. And I had one that is screwed into it. And we did that. And there was enough length on the cable to where we could attach it to the clutch again. And now, you can see, clutch is working. So we didn't have to get a new cable, just a new attachment for the end of the cable. Now it's working. All right, let's get some oil in here. So the drain plug is right here. 17 millimeter, let's get that off. Ooh, that is some black oil coming out. It's super thin too, so I think gas got in there. But we'll let that drain out, add some fresh stuff. Alright, checking the oil. We're looking for any metal flakes, any chunks. Not seeing any, so hopefully that transmission's good. Alright, so this bike calls for 1 quart of 10W40 wet clutch oil. And then we'll check it with the dipstick just to make sure. Get your dipstick in here. And we're right up to the top mark actually. So once that gets pumped throughout the engine, we should be good. We'll check it after the first ride. But we definitely have enough in there. All right, I think we're ready for the first ride. Got the clutch fixed. We got the fuel tank somewhere down there. So we'll see if that works. We've got gas in it, and we've got our battery charged up. So let's go take it for a little spin, see if it moves. Alright, well this thing could not be running better. It is running flawlessly. It shifts through all the gears super smooth. It is just running great. I cannot believe it. It is so smooth, so quiet. I really like it a lot. It has plenty of power for a 125 too. Like, you can go pretty fast with it. And it looks really cool, I think. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So for this one, we need the petcock for the tank. We might look for a new tank. This one's pretty rusty. If we can't find a new tank, we'll put vinegar in the tank and let that sit for like a week. And then we're looking for the side covers as well, and the back blinkers we need. So this one has the front blinkers. They do work. I tested those out. So if we get the side covers, the petcock, and the back blinkers, this thing will be complete. I also noticed that the speedometer did not work either. The tach does, but the speedo does not. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Let's see, it goes down to here. So the cable must be broken in there or something. So maybe a new speedo cable as well. But yeah, not a bad bike. Not a bad bike at all. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video on this one. Getting it on trade, diagnosing the no spark issue, getting it to run, and then taking it for the first ride. So this one's getting added to the collection, and it should be a good runner for years to come. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned for next video, and until next time, we are out. You want a treat? What you can do for a treat? Shake a paw. Hey, shake a paw. Can you jump? He runs away with it. It's like he thinks I'm gonna take it from him. Look at him. Then he looks back. What a weird dog.